Larry and I used to talk about this all the time at the beginning of the show, because originally they got picked up for 4 episodes. And he would say, I have just enough for the 4 shows that we're doing. But after that, they picked the show up. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't have enough ideas. What am I supposed to do? And I said, Larry, it's 8 in the morning. I just woke up. Please. But it's one of those things where the longer you do it, the more things occur to you. And of course, now Larry David, having worried about that. Okay, let me start that again. And now Larry David, having worried about that at the beginning, he figured out a way throughout the years to incorporate his life into his work. And you know how you're out at dinner with friends and somebody says something or something happens and somebody at the dinner table says, this is just like an episode of Seinfeld. Okay, that may or may not be true, but when you're with Larry David, you never know when a scene from Curb Your Enthusiasm is going to burst out. And I'll just give you an example. A couple of years ago, Larry and I were having dinner, and we got to the end of the meal, and I said to him, how about some dessert? And he said to me, no dessert for me. Ted Danson and I have a bet. No dessert for a year. And I thought, whew, it's Larry David. It's Ted Danson. They're both billionaires. The bet is no dessert for a year. I mean, the bet has got to be at least $50,000, maybe $100,000, maybe it's $1 million. I said to him, how much is the bet for? He says, $200. I said, have a piece of friggin' cake. Let me just say this about Larry David. Try as he might to distance himself from the character that the world sees, he will be unsuccessful at that, because I know this guy. You know, there's a great expression, alcoholics are just like everybody else except more so. And Larry David is just like the guy you see in Curb Your Enthusiasm, except more so. He has, again, and I wish this was my line, but somebody once said about famous people, when they get famous, they don't get better. And Larry David is the exception to that, because Larry, as he has gotten better known, is much more comfortable in his skin than he used to be, and much more self-aware. And I'll give you an example. We were at a Yankee game last year, and a kid comes up, 18, 19 years old, comes up with a pen and paper, and he says, Mr. David, can I get your autograph? And Larry says to him, look, come back after the inning, because this is no good. I was in the middle of the game. And the kid says, well, I can't. He says, look, come back in the after the innings. I'm watching the game. And the kid says, but you don't understand. And Larry says, no, you don't understand. And then, hearing himself do that, he burst out laughing and signed the kid's paper. So, like I have to tell you, 15 years ago, that does not happen. 15 years ago, this whole scenario winds up in small claims court.